Our new paper was born of day-to-day interactions with people who've increasingly asked us about chemtrails, the idea that there's a secret program administered by the government to spray toxic chemicals from airplanes for nefarious purposes, although the specific purposes of such a hypothetical program vary depending on whom you ask. Although the chemtrails conspiracy has been around for quite a while, in recent years it's been bolstered by scientific research on geoengineering, in particular modeling studies that have looked at whether and how adding reflective particles to the upper atmosphere might reduce global warming. Some of my climate scientist colleagues, including our co-author Ken Caldera, have published results of this sort of computer modeling of geoengineered climates, and have for this reason been targeted by those who believe that this means they are complicit in the secret spraying of harmful chemicals. In my own experience, I've encountered everyday folks who, when they learn that I'm a researcher working on climate science and energy issues, ask me, what do I think about the chemtrails conspiracy theory? I've typically told them that it seems far-fetched to me, but that I'm not an expert in atmospheric chemistry or atmospheric deposition. However, I didn't find that sort of answer terribly satisfying to give, and I can't imagine that they found it terribly satisfying either. And when I searched for scientific analyses refuting conspiracy claims, I found that there were no peer-reviewed studies addressing chemtrails claims. Thus, we decided to survey a group of experts in atmospheric chemistry and biogeochemistry in order to ask them to evaluate the photos and laboratory reports that are purported to be evidence of chemtrails on various websites. In each case, we asked these experts whether they had ever come across evidence that they thought indicated the existence of a secret spraying program, whether the simplest explanation for what they saw in the photos or lab results was such a program, and if not, what they thought was a more likely explanation. Of the 77 experts we surveyed, 76 said they had not encountered evidence of a secret spraying program, that the simplest explanation for what they saw in the photographs and lab results was not such a program, and instead offered explanations based on well-understood physics and chemistry, such as differences in air humidity, airplane engines, and aviation fuels. The one participant who answered yes was a geochemist who said the evidence he or she had come across was, quote, high levels, end quote, of atmospheric barium in a, quote, remote area with standard low soil barium, end quote. We are not so naive as to think these results will convert the true believers in the chemtrails conspiracy theory. The point of publishing these results in a peer-reviewed scientific journal is to establish a credible source of information for those who encounter chemtrails claims and go looking for the perspective of scientific experts. As we state in the paper's conclusion, it's entirely reasonable that ordinary citizens should want questions answered concerning health, climate change, and pollution, and many of the fears underlying chemtrails conspiracy theory are legitimate. But in the eyes of scientists, the evidence does not point to a secret spraying program, and the focus on such conspiracies may be taking attention away from real underlying problems that need addressing. Thanks.